One very popular thing to do here at Epcot is experience some type of Epcot festival. No matter what time of year you visit, there's usually a festival happening, and with all of the activities, food, and merch that go on during these festivals, I want to help you make the most of your time while you're here. So here are some Epcot festival tips. There are 4 festivals that happen throughout the year at Epcot. No matter what festival you're visiting, all these tips are going to be helpful for you. First thing you want to do when you walk into the park is pick up a festival passport. This little passport has all of the different food booths in there. It tells you some of the activities that are going on during the festival. So this is going to be a little helpful guide to you when coming to the festivals. Next thing you should do whenever you come into the park is get a photo in front of the park entrance. Whenever the festivals happen, there's a bunch of decor that the park gets decked out with, and it's fun to get a little photo to remember your time at the festival. Next thing you can do is come check out some of the festival merchandise. Usually they have a loungefly, shirts, pins, other souvenirs that you can remember your time at the festival by, but let's look at some of the current merch they have. We are currently in the Food and Wine Festival. Look at this loungefly that they have. They always have really fun ones. Usually they have fun ears. Look at these salt and pepper shakers. There's little wine glasses. Also, look at this fun shirt they have this year. Here are this year's ears. So if you want to come and wear some of this merch during your time at the festival, you could always stop in some of the gift shops earlier in the day, so that way you can deck yourself out with all of the merchandise. We are in the creation shop, but I'll show you other places around the World Showcase that also have their merchandise. I personally love these coasters. Look how cute they are. It's like a little hamburger. Before we get into festival specifics, of course when you're coming to Epcot, this may be the one day that you're actually able to come and check out the park. And if you're wanting to do rides and other things at Epcot, what I recommend is earlier in the day, check out rides. Usually the food booths don't open until around 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. So the morning is a great time to go and get all the rides, and usually they have lower wait times during that time, so that's also a good perk. We are coming into the World Showcase. Usually right here is where they have other decor and festival specific things that you can get photos in front of. I'm not sure why they don't this year, but these 2 buildings on either side, these are the port of entry buildings. We're going to go into the one on the right here because I want to show you more festival merchandise, as well as a helpful little tool that you can use during your times at festivals. Here's a look at some of the other merch. Some of it's what we've seen before, but in other festivals they've usually had other collections placed in here, so just another place you can go to look for merchandise. Inside of the port of entry store, I recommend coming to pick up a festival gift card. This is good for a couple of reasons. One, it's so convenient just having your payment method right on your wrist instead of having to reach in and grab your wallet so many times. See, it fits so nicely on my wrist, but you can also reload this multiple times during your visit. You can get it a couple of other places around here at Epcot. I also like it because it's a cute little souvenir and a way to remember your trip by. I got Minnie this time. They have Mickey and maybe a couple of other ones, but look how cute they are, and the little wrist strap is all sparkly. The other nice thing about the little gift card here is it's a good way to keep you on budget when eating around the world. Like I said, food can start to add up pretty quickly, but having a little limit for yourself can help keep you on budget. Now that we've got a little wristband, let's get into some festival specific things. One thing you want to know whenever you come to Epcot during an Epcot festival, the World Showcase will get so busy during the middle of the day, so it's nice kind of walking around in the morning as well to check out more of a quieter Epcot World Showcase. One of the most popular things to do during an Epcot festival is of course eat around the World Showcase. There's a ton of different food booths in each of the different countries around the World Showcase, so there's so much that you can eat and check out, but here's some of my food tips. Coming to an Epcot festival, I highly recommend looking into ahead of time what you think you might want to eat. The nice thing outside of the booths is they have a full menu where you can see how much everything costs and what all of the different food offerings are. Sometimes the menus even have pictures of what the food offerings look like, but I also recommend just going up to the booth and taking a look at what the portion size look like. Take a look and see if it's something that you would actually be interested in eating. Definitely make sure that it's something you might be interested in, because the food portions can be quite small for what you pay for, and food can really add up here at Epcot during a festival, so you want to make sure you're eating things that you'd actually like. Some of the festival booths are definitely busier than other ones. This Kenya one looks like it doesn't have too long of a wait time, so if you are hungry and there's something you want to eat at a booth, you may just have to wait a little. Sometimes during the festivals they even have little scavenger hunts you can participate in, where you walk around the World Showcase and you try to find different characters depending on what the festival is, and at the end you can go and redeem a little prize. Here's a map of the World Showcase and of the festival, where you can find all the different festival booths. This is something that you can also find in your festival passport. Sometimes they even have little challenges during the festival, where if you get a certain number of a particular item, you can also get a special little treat at the end. This is the Emil's fromage montage at the Food and Wine Festival. So if you get at least 5 of these cheese dishes, you can get a special treat at the end. Another thing to keep in mind whenever you're eating at an Epcot festival, when you're going to get food, make sure you find a place that you can eat afterwards. You don't want your food to go bad or to go cold, and there's not a lot of seating here at Epcot, so make sure you are scouting out a place to eat. In planning for your visit, you may have seen that people sometimes use trash cans at Epcot as tables. This is socially acceptable here because sometimes you can't find a table. You need to use what you have. It's so cute. Even the people of this little town are celebrating the festival. Look at the little banners on their street. That is so cute. I've only ever seen this for the Food and Wine Festival, but let me know if you visited another festival and have seen this. It's so cute. Generally, all the booths here at Epcot during festivals are really great. The only one I wouldn't necessarily recommend checking out is the Italy booth. Usually the booth is pretty expensive for all the offerings that it has, and also the portion sizes are quite small for what you get, so just check it out whenever you're here. Another thing you want to do when walking around the World Showcase during an Epcot festival is make sure you are taking care of yourself, stay up on your hydration, and make sure you are getting some AC breaks in. It is so hot around here. There's not a ton of shade unless you go back into the pavilions. I am super hot right now and we need to go get some water. They also have some concerts that go on multiple times throughout the festival. Make sure you're looking ahead of time who might be here during your visit. One ride you'll want to check out during an Epcot festival is Living with the Land in the Land Pavilion. This ride is so fun because during the festivals, some of the greenhouses actually get decorated with some festival touches. It's also very neat because some of the ingredients that are used in some of the festival dishes in the festival food booths are actually grown inside of the greenhouses in Living with the Land. So depending on what you end up trying at an Epcot festival, some of the ingredients may or may not have been grown inside of Living with the Land, which is so cool to see. So there are some tips to get you started on your next Epcot festival. Ultimately, preparation ahead of time will help you to save money, make the most of the festival, and also allow you to make the most of your experience. But there's so much more to do at Epcot whenever you come to visit this park, and to know ahead of time things that you need to do whenever you come visit. Here are some things you should know before visiting Epcot, as well as my experience at the Food and Wine Festival. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your time at Epcot festivals, and we'll see you next video. See you guys.